Hi guys, welcome back. I want to take you to 2018, where it's the Jewish holiday of Sukkot, or I think in English it's called Tabernacles. And electricity is not so allowed during that holiday. And we heard some people who happened to hear an attack happened in the Tree of Life Synagogue. Obviously, details were sparse. We didn't really know exactly what was happening, and we just waited till the holiday finished to really educate ourselves on the details. We soon learned that the attack was what it was. Between everything else happening in the country, I knew that things have changed. It's not the America I grew up in. The America I personally grew up in was very oblivious to the existence of anti Semitism. The America I grew up in didn't really have people calling for our annihilation or even anything anti Semitic. I can tell you, just growing up, it just wasn't a thing. 2018, something changed in me. 2019, when Poway happened, then I knew I had to act on it. I knew that I couldn't stand idly by while any kook can buy a gun and shoot up my synagogue. It wasn't going to happen when I was a young, able-bodied male. Uh, I'm the prime guy who has to do something about it, and I was, and I did. Thankfully, there was a community organization called the Community Security Service. Not only do they protect the Jewish religion, the practice, most importantly, they protect the Jewish way of life. That spoke volumes to me. Not only could we be Jews in our hearts, but we can live as Jews freely and proudly. So I did it. I signed up for training, and part of the training was interrogation, surveillance, and Krav Maga, or hand to hand combat. Right now, our synagogues are at a point where volunteers undergo this training and discharge their duties. If they see somebody suspicious trying to enter the synagogue, they stop them for interrogation. If, God forbid, something happens within the synagogue that involves public safety, they're the first to act. This is the America we now live in. Transitioning back to the Pittsburgh case. The defendant, or now the convicted murderer, tried to submit a guilty plea in exchange for the most severe punishment of life imprisonment. Thankfully, the prosecution denied that request and sought the death penalty. They won. They prevailed. So I like that because he got the most severe sentence. Here's what I don't like. If he would have gotten life in prison, he would have rotted. He would have suffered more. Perhaps physically and mentally. Depriving, robbing, stealing those victims' lives, there's no getting them back. This person deserves the worst punishment possible. Death, sooner than fate has it, is giving him an easy way out. But I'm just a guy in front of a camera. What really matters is what the families think. I mean, they were the most affected. Given their perspective, they're the ones who need retribution and justice to be served to them. Most seemed pretty happy with the outcome. But I ask again, is it their happiness that measures the amount of justice they received? Or is it whatever our secular legal system demands of him? I'll leave you with one more point. This perpetrator was motivated to kill Jews and Judaism. If you look at the content they found and his primary motive, horrible, horrible, horrible. But imagine the karma of trying him according to Jewish law He tried to annihilate not just the people, but a way of life. Imagine if that way of life hit him right back. Ironically, it would call for him to be sentenced to death, but could have been at least a little more of a sweet victory. What little retribution could have been given to the families of the victims. But I tell the rest of those crazies out there, this person wanted to annihilate the Jewish way of life and Jews. Every single party that tried to annihilate that in the past ended up in one spot. They were the ones who were annihilated, exterminated, and exist no more. If those who want to join or share the belief that Jews deserve to go that way, I'm sorry, we're not in that company, but everyone else who tried is. Feel free to join them. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That's just one take on a recent headline. Feel free to sign up for my newsletter, and you'll get my take once a week, be it by video, email, however you like. Follow me on Twitter. I'll leave it in the notes below. Thanks so much. See you soon.